that you're telling me that everything is cool. Trying to convince me, baby, to do as you say. Just go alone and see things your way. And keep it on the down low. No one has to know. We can keep it on the down low. Whispering, nobody has to know. Secret lovers is what you wanna be, yeah. While making love to him. Okay. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Zamunda. Now, hello, everyone. This is your girl, Creole Butterfly, aka Libra Butterfly, aka Coco 929, coming to you on this great, wonderful Saturday morning that we were able to see. Yes. And I'm coming to you, of course, from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast, or the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you darn like. I do have a training at 10:30, so I wanted to come on and just talk to you guys about something that is really on my mind. Um, and it might be a little controversial, and that's okay. I don't expect everybody who support me to agree with everything I say. You have your own minds and your own opinions and your own life experiences that may contradict what I'm about to say. So I get it. You feel what I'm saying? I really do get it. But let's get into some conversation, shall we? And shout out to all my smooches. Thank you so much for subbing to me. Hello, my new smooches. You get a smooch. You get a smooch. And you get a smooch. Everybody gets a smooch to start their day off with. You are intelligent. And if nobody told you that they love you, I do. Okay. So let me just say, let's talk about down low. That's why I played that little snippet of that song. And I'm going to hit on R. Kelly too, okay? But let's talk about down low. In this era of time that we're in now, we see more and more, people that's living their truth coming out saying, I'm gay, I'm this, I'm that. And that's great. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody needs to be who they are. On the flip side of that, we still can't forget that there is a lot of men out here that are on the down low. Okay. I mean, it just is. And we can't get around that. And a lot of women have caught HIV or AIDS by dealing with a down low man. The definition of a down low man is a man that is attracted to the same sex, that has sex or relationship with the same sex undercover. He has a woman. He carries a woman out in public. He's most of the time married to a woman, but secretly has a boyfriend who he sleeps with. That is a down low man. Somebody who does not want the public, business partners, family, or anyone to know that he is secretly having sex with a man. Okay. So, he lives his life as an upstanding, hard male. The woman has no clue that her man, when he leaves sometime, even though he say he's hanging with his best friend, him and his best friend is more or less butt buddies. Okay. So that is a down low man in a quick definition. And the reason why I'm bringing this out here because um, there's a lot of single women and widow women as like myself, you know what I'm saying, and really want a good relationship. And it's really, really hard for really upstanding good women to find a good man that's honest and upfront, that doesn't have a lot of secret baggage. And the scary part is, see, I'm like this. Tell me who you are. Don't take my choices away from me. Tell me up front who you are and let me decide whether or not I want to deal with it or be with you. I have the same energy when it comes to men who have baby mamas, like the babies is around, well, they're underage and the mama's still trying to, uh, dictate to the father, through the kids. I don't want to deal with that. So I will not date any man who has underage kids. And it's not the kids, but it's usually the mamas. The mamas, some women, they can't take that the relationship is over. So they try to keep control of said baby father through the kids. And I don't want to deal with that. I just don't. My baby's 20. You see how that works? So I don't want to deal with that. So it's not, I will date somebody who has children, but they have to be grown. I don't want, yeah. And plus, y'all, my changing pamper days and formula days and all that burping stage and playground, all that's over. That is over. That's team over. I don't want that. I ain't looking at that. No, 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 no. So yeah. And you can say what you want, but I'm upfront and I'm honest. See how I'm doing that? And that's why I said when it comes to down low men, it's really scary. It's scary because you really have to watch this friend thing. Most down low men will tell you, that's my best friend. Yeah, we hang together, blah, blah, blah. But what they don't tell you is behind the scene, when you're not there, they touching each other's pings, they sneaking kisses, and stuff like that. It's and I mean, my thing is, if you're going to do that, be upfront. Be upfront with the woman and let her know, because really that means you're bisexual. If you like a woman and a man, that's bisexuality. You can't get past that. I don't care what you call it. It's bisexual, So you have to be careful out here. And it's not a pretty time, really, for real secure women that really wants a good relationship and wants to be in a relationship with a man. It's not really a good time for that. And I'll tell you why. Because, again, the download situation, let me tell you something. I have a friend, and I'm going to call him T. I have a friend named T. That's because his name started with T. He was my ex-boyfriend's cousin. But they look so much alike, they could have went for twins. Seriously. And T, every woman in our project, every young girl was like, every time they see him, oh, T. Fine. Okay. Well, then it was another friend of ours, and he was bow-legged. I mean, real bow-legged. Like his legs was like a horseshoe. He was bow-legged, all thick and everything and stuff, He was one of the dealers around the hood. Everybody knew him too, right? Well, he goes to jail. He go penitentiary. And so I had friends that had went to the same penitentiary that the bow-legged friend that was the dealer went to. He didn't know that these people were my friends. Okay? Y'all following the story? So the story started getting out because them friends wasn't just my friends. They was some more people's friends in the hood. So the story started getting out that down there in the penitentiary system, the bow-legged horseshoe dealer that these girls was falling all over was down there being serviced by men. Yeah. But of course, when he came out, which he only did, I think, 2 years, I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think he did 2 years. Anyway, when he got out, of course, he was that hard dude, horseshoe legs. he went back to doing what he was doing, dealing, and the women fall all over him. I got a friend that's got a kid by him. Absolutely. And, I couldn't forget what the heck I had heard from my buddies, other buddies, that was in the penitentiary with him, what he was allowing to go on down there. And then so every time I seen him, like, when we all went out to the clubs and stuff like it, when we was in the hood, every time I seen, he was like, "What's up, Shorty?" He called me Shorty. "What's up, Shorty?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" I thought about you all hard out here, but you was behind closed doors being serviced by old dude them. So I'm like, that's kind of so that's what I'm saying, y'all. You cannot look at a man and because he's, he's hard and stocky, and, all this and stuff. You can't say, "I know he ain't gay." No, you don't. You don't know he ain't behind closed doors letting somebody bob on his knob. You don't know that, And so it's kind of frightening when you think about it. And a lot of this stuff, y'all, okay, I know y'all have heard, especially lately, I know y'all have been hearing about Diddy. Nowadays, everybody is beginning to spill the tea, allegedly, about Diddy. That even though he's, Diddy, like you can't even call Diddy, you can't put him in the male category because Diddy's Diddy. He like, it's just Diddy. You got men, you got males, then you got Diddy. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So Diddy supposedly, well, we had already heard that he turned Usher out as a teenager, that he did a little bit of, with Usher when he was a teenager, which should have already let people know, well, if he's touching a little boy like that, then he can't be strictly straight. But people somehow overlooked that. I forgot that story. And it's still floating around there. Usher said it. So if it's a lie, Usher told it, So anywho, my point is now everybody's talking about, these backroom things that go on with these celebrities, and you gotta suck some knob to become famous, and all this and stuff, right? Okay. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard so much from credible people that to me it makes freaking sense. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so now I'm gonna go to RKelly. Okay, and I know this is gonna piss y'all off, but it's better to be pissed off than pissed on. Feel me? So, or to the mother-ucking Kelly. Now, this was not the first time that these celebrities knew anything about RKelly. Let's just keep it a buck. There was a female rapper. I ain't gonna throw her name out here, but there was a female rapper that traveled with RKelly on planes several times, and they shared girls. Okay, they shared girls. I will say this particular female rapper has her own microphone. She don't use anybody else's microphone but her own. That's enough information I'm going to give y'all. However, it wasn't no secret. So, even if one person knew, y'all act like nobody knew what was going on. And I hate to keep bringing up Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. But here's my thing that I don't like. I'm going to tell you why I don't like some crap. The one thing I don't like is the fact that, again, most of the celebrities, especially the ones in those back rooms, knew what RKelly was doing. And y'all still decided to promote him, make his music, make him great. And the man is talented. I still listen to his music today. And by the way, if nobody wants RKelly's music, please feel free to send it to me. Email me, and I will take that. I really will. Okay, moving forward. So I still listen to his music because I can separate the two. He's a great artist. He's missed on these streets. These other artists we got coming up are all studio artists, meaning they can't really sing. It's the studio who makes their music, and the studio makes it for certain people, not the grind for the hood. RKelly is a hood R&B singer. Like, we can relate to the songs that he sings, okay? And then for everybody that he did some music with to start trying to turn their back on him, that's a bunch of bull. And I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I'm gonna go here, then I'm gonna get historical on you. I told y'all we don't get hysterical, we get historical. So, first of all, this man, he went down. And I feel like this. I feel actually 30 years is ridiculous. I feel like it's ridiculous. If you are not going to get the ex-wife, if you're not going to get the girl's parents who would take them over there and drop them off for weeks at a time, how you drop your teenage girls off at a man's house and never check to make sure they're okay, but you spend the money that is given to you. You can't tell me you didn't know what was going on. You ain't that clueless at all. I ain't falling for it. And if anything, that's neglect. So you mean to tell me y'all ain't even gonna do neglect? Y'all gonna put it all on this illiterate man. Y'all gonna put it all on this man, and nobody else has to take a charge. Yeah, miss me with that, man. Miss me with that. I ain't going. I ain't going. I ain't saying what he did was right or wrong. I'm not touching that. I'm saying this way. If you gonna charge him, he didn't go get the girls. And even if he told them to bring the girls to him, get the ones who went and got the girls. They knew what he was going to do. But everybody wants to play. Oh, I just didn't know. Oh, my goodness. I wasn't aware. I just thought he was going and getting them girls. I just thought he wanted them to sing backup or to clean his house. Are you kidding me? Yeah, okay. Y'all be dumb by yourself. I ain't walking in that dumbness. Dumb, 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 dumb. I ain't walking in it. I'm sorry. I'm on one this morning. I ain't walking in it. Okay. Let's move a little forward. I'm gonna mention this name, and y'all tell me, have y'all ever heard of this person before? Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley. Have you ever heard of that person before? His name is Elvis Presley. I think they made him the king of rock and roll. I think he was the king of rock and roll. Elvis Presley. Why do I keep on saying Elvis Presley? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Oh, so glad you asked, Mother Cookies. I'm so glad you asked. Because, let's go here, people. Elvis Presley, he met a beautiful woman. Oops, she wasn't actually a woman. She was a female. He met her and started dating her and married her. She was 14 years old and he was 24. And there was no public outcry about the age difference. When you are 14 years old, you a step away from just becoming a teen. You still playing with Bobby dolls and doing hopscotch and trying to figure out if this barrette you should wear on your hair or this ball, or should you go and get pigtails or not? And you mean to tell me a grown man that was 24 years old was able to get with a 14-year-old and I think married her when she turned 16, if I'm not mistaken? Hello. But nobody seems to want to bring up that. Why is it okay to outcast or ostracize African-American celebrities, but there are white celebrities that have done the exact same thing and there's no controversy, conversation, or outcry about it? I just want to understand. Can somebody, I'm just asking for a friend. Can somebody kind of help me out to figure that out? I just want to know. And then we as a society, as a nationality, us Black people, we are so eager and so quick to join forces with other people against our own. And they not going to do that. They're not going to join forces with you against them. They're going to protect them. But we're the only ones that will be the first. Matter of fact, we're the first ones that'll drive a stake in a heart to set somebody on fire. You know, other races don't do that. Have we not learned anything from the Willie Lynch letter? And if you don't know what that is, please educate yourself and go look at it. Willie Lynch letter. Okay. Okay. So I'm just saying, you know, what is the reason? What is the rhyme or reason behind that? I just really don't understand. It's like, okay, just like, okay, let me use Martin Luther King. Okay, everybody, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King. Then one of his ex so-called friends decide he needs to get rich, so he's gonna write a book talking about Martin Luther King was a womanizer, and that he had all type of women in different area codes. First of all, why is that important? Because he still fought for the rights of the people. So I don't understand why that was important. And now all of a sudden people, Martin Luther King, sure, he was mad. What they got to do with the fight? The man was a man. I don't get it. It's like all y'all got to do is hear one derogatory thing about somebody, and y'all don't flip the script that quick. And if we look in your background, in your skeletons, in your closet, you ain't that clean your dang self. So why do y'all always want people to walk a certain line and a certain level of untouchness that you yourself can't do? You yourself haven't done. But you want everybody else to be this strict person that has never had a life, And if we look in your past, we might find a cocaine addict, an alcohol addict, an abuser, a molester, somebody who don't pay their bills, a manipulator. You might be a little bit of everything. I once was. And so, you need to watch your yardstick that you want everybody else to measure up to, that you yourself know you can't. See, people forget their history. That's why I'm getting historical. Okay? Not hysterical, but historical. People forget their history. And when they forget their history, that allows them to be the wonder in their own eye. When actuality, yeah, you ain't that person, boo-boo. And so here's the thing. I have a question for women too. If a man that you like and he like you, okay, and y'all energy is awesome, okay, and y'all basically want the same things, and everything, and he's really nice looking, and he can dress real nice, because we look at men's nails and they shoes. Y'all know that, right? If they nails is busted and they got them turnover shoes, we gonna pass you up, because that means you neglect your body. Nope, not looking at you. So anywho, and I just shared that with y'all men. So okay. It ain't the only thing we look at, so I ain't tell all our secrets, but that is the two main things. When we meet you, we looking at your nails and your shoes. So okay. Women. So anyway, y'all dating, y'all started dating. Y'all ain't had sex yet. Y'all dating, and it's been 2 months, and y'all both feel what y'all feel, and it's just a great thing. And then y'all have that bad conversation to where, I really like you. I like you too. So let's make this official. Okay, let's do this first before we make it official. Is it anything about you that I need to know? Because I don't want no surprises down the road. And so he asked you the same thing. And he said, do you want to go first or you want me? And you go first to say, well, I dated 2 cousins. They weren't my cousins. They was cousins to each other, and that was bad and this, that, and the other. But that's the only thing that I've done is, dated 2 cousins. So he decides he can live with that. Right? Okay. So then he says, well, I don't know how you're going to take this, and I hope you give me a chance to explain it, because I really like you and I think you are my future. And you all googly eyed like, okay, babe. Okay, what? And he tells you, well, I used to date this dude named Sean, and we dated for 2 years, and it didn't work out. So I spent 6 months to get me together, and then that's when I found you. What would you think about that? Would that be something that you think you can take if a man told you that he was dating a man before he met you? Is that something you feel like, well, thank you for telling me, and I think, because that's your past, I'm not going to hold you to your past. Let's see where this leads us. Will you be thinking in your mind, this man dated a man. There is no way in the world he wants me because I can't give him what another man can. So I'm not going to waste my time. That's a good question, ain't it? That was a good synopsis, wasn't it? It was a good story, wasn't it? I know, I'm good. That's why I'm an author. So, anywho, I'm just saying, because that is what, believe it or not, women are getting ready to go through. We are getting ready to go through that. And I said we because I'm a woman. We're going to go through that. The great men that is going to approach us have had a relationship with other men. And to be honest, I don't know how I would deal with that situation, because in my mind, I would always be thinking, you're going to want a man, and I can't give you what a man can. I don't have a penis. Let's just keep it 100. I don't have a penis. And I would always think that when we together, you're always going to spy and look at a man. You're going to always, in that deep part of yourself, you're going to want that man. So I'm being honest, y'all. And I know a lot of y'all can't be honest, and for whatever reason, but I'm an honest person. I don't think that would be for me. Because if I'm going to date somebody who wants the same sex, I might as well date the same sex. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think I can do with that. Because it'll be a mental thing for me. And I want to be at peace when I'm in a relationship. I don't want to have to be in my mind thinking that when he's out with Troy, who really is his best friend, and they not having sex, I'm going to think he's out having sex with Troy. I don't know. And so then again, with that, I have to play devil's advocate too, because you know why? You're asking him to be honest. He's honest. Now you're throwing back up in his face his honesty because you can't deal with what he said. So he's danged if he do, and he's danged if he don't. If I'm honest with you about my past and you don't like what I said, then you scrutinize me for the rest of this relationship because of something I told you that was in my past. See what I'm saying? So, y'all, this is going to be something else. Even though, like I said, I told y'all last year, there was a lot of marriages took place last year. Some of y'all don't know, but there was a lot of marriages took place last year. But that's what's going to happen this year too. It's supernatural marriages that's going to happen this year because they are trying to distance Black men and Black women. They want us to keep fighting each other. They want us to tear each other up. And that's not what's going to happen. There's actually going to be some unitedness that comes together. There's going to be Black men and Black, because there's a lot of Black men, y'all, and I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of Black men that don't know who they are and they don't know what they want. And there's a lot of Black men that don't want a woman. They just want to be by themselves, okay? And so that's fine. And like I told y'all on my thing, you want a husband that wants to be a husband. That's what you want. You want the man that wants to be a husband. You don't want to have to bait him, or you don't want a man that just want to be married. He don't even know why he want to be married. I guess for the sex and the food, or the housekeeper. You can get a housekeeper for that. You know what I'm saying? That'll screw you once a week. You ain't got to get married for that. But, that's where we at. You got a lot of men who they just don't, which is against what God has said. To be honest, God mandatory men to be married. That was a mandatory from God. And when you see men that gets away from that, they're not walking under the protection of God. When God mandatory something, you can't get away from that. You can't. He said, and I quote, "It is not good for man to be alone." Because he realized man needed a companion. Bone of his bone, flesh of his flesh. He took the rib from the man to make woman, which is woman with a wound. Okay? It means man with a wound. I'm sorry. Woman means man with a wound. Because we come from man. And God knew that man needed a companion. And so he ordained it. So when you see, and I see a lot of men, and I got friends and stuff, and I talk to some men, and they just ain't interested in having no woman. They don't want no marriage. They don't want nothing. They just want to be by themselves, and that's fine. But you're going against the order of God, point blank. Period. Maybe you and God have had that talk, and that's fine. And if y'all have, that's fine. But I want to tell women, stop throwing your life after these men who don't want you. They don't know who they are. They don't want you. They don't want to be married. They just want to be by themselves. Leave them by themselves and move the heck on. Because for the ones that don't want you, there's a lot that will. You just have to change where you go. You just have to change what you do. And I always, when I used to counsel women, let me tell you what I said. You become that you want. If you want somebody who pay their bills on time, you be found paying your bills on time. If you want somebody who can cook, you learn how to cook. If you want somebody who is spiritual, you become spiritual. See, you attract that you are. Of course, there's going to be some bums that come to you that don't equal up to you. They're going to come to you to try to, attach themselves to you because that elevates them. But what I'm saying, there's some great men out there that know who they are. They work a 9 to 5. They may not be riding the best. They may not be, in Gucci, Lucci, and all them type of things, but they dress nice. They courteous. They have a well. They mannerism is great. You could tell they was raised right. And a lot of y'all overlook these men because they ain't wearing Jordans. A lot of y'all overlook these men because they may wear the Walmart specials. They wear their uniforms all the time and stuff. But they really nice men. They really intelligent men. They really take care of responsibility. They really love the Lord. And they really want to be a husband. you know and a lot of women, we have been, and I'm saying because I'm a woman, this is not me, but since I'm a woman, I have to include myself. A lot of us have been catfished with society. If society say, well, they don't average up because they don't make this amount a year, they don't dress like this, they ain't driving a Benz or a Mercedes or whatever, they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that, so I ain't looking at him. He's got to come in with this amount of money, he's got to come in with this and drive this and wear this, and all this and stuff. And it's like, girl, you work at McDonald's, sis, and you want a man who owns Ford? Girl, if you don't sit your gut up a country butt down and get you some act right, you need some act right about your life. Get some act right. It's okay to shoot for the stars, baby, but baby, you don't want to be on the stars. You in the atmosphere. You in the stratosphere up there. You way above your pay grade. Come on, let's come down a little bit. You McDonald's. Welcome to McDonald's. How may I help you? You may need to think about Burger King or Walmart. That's your level right there for a minute. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, if you in school trying to better yourself or whatever, then you could shoot a little bit higher. You see what I'm saying? But we ain't popping bubble gum and twirling our hair at the register at McDonald's, and we don't have a grammar past 5th grade, and we trying to shoot for a daggone professor of a college. What are you gonna do? Teach you how to talk? I'm just saying. People get mad about stuff like this, but I'm just telling the truth. Whew, let me calm down. I'm just saying, y'all. Look, let me help you out. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something. Let me pull it up. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. All right. Give me one moment. I got it right here. I got it right here. Okay, I'm ready to show y'all something. I seen this. My late husband and I watched this. I have watched this movie about, I want to say about 5 times, y'all. And I want you all to go, if you can, and get this movie and watch it. Okay? Because unknown caller. Because one, I had to pull my husband. I mean, literally throw myself in front of my husband from whooping this man's A at a restaurant. I swear on everything I love. This man, and this is so funny because this was after we see this movie. Look, this man called himself, and I mean, this man was like 6'3", about almost 350. He was an Eminem close to 360, really. And he tried to see if my husband was gay. And y'all, y'all think I'm playing. The restaurant called the cops. Y'all, seriously, I had to literally throw myself in front of my husband to snap him out of whooping that man's butt. I'm serious, because he did not play that. He don't mind you being gay, but don't come to him like that. He ain't play that. And he got friends that's gay. I know him, love him, know him. He grew up with him, he didn't have that in his heart. My husband loved everybody. But when you crossed that line with him, he was going to check your A. Trust me, you had an earth kicking coming. And I promise you, me trying to pull my husband wasn't doing it. I was pulling his shirt. He was dragging me. I mean, yeah, I'm only 5'. 5'1" on a good day, okay? And I mean, this man is cock strong. Do you hear me? He was a boxer. Cock strong. Oh my God. And the man started apologizing. Y'all, it wasn't good enough for my husband. My husband wanted to whoop his A. And I had to literally like get in front of him and throw myself around him for him to just, and his heart was breathing up and down. You could hear his breathing go. He was going to whoop. Oh my God, y'all. The cops came, and the manager of the restaurant was like, it wasn't this couple right here. The other man offended this man somehow, and it went from 0 to 100 real quick. And the wife is trying to calm the husband down, but I asked the other man to leave, and he left. But I didn't know if it was going to be so. I mean, so the managers explained, y'all, yeah. Not all men play about that. I'm serious. There's some straight men to tell you, if you, seriously, I don't care what you do, bro, with everybody else, don't do it to me. Don't even come on them. Don't speak that way to me, because I'm a man. I don't do it. It's honey who. So anyway, I had to tell y'all that story. That boy, my husband was mad about that for 3 whole days. I'm serious. 3 whole days. He kept saying, if I see him, if I ever see him, I'm like, oh my goodness, baby, let it go. Nah, I can't let that go right now. He was really offended. He really was. He was offended. So yeah. Anywho, this movie right here, I want to share with you guys because it's not a whole movie. Y'all can look it up on your own time, okay? But I'm going to share this with you guys. And women, even if you married or in a relationship, women, you need to look at this movie, okay? You really need to look at this movie. So I'm going to play the beginning of it. Let me go back. Okay. Here we go. Before I was accused of murder for my family.
That was spicy. Some of our dreams were about to. She thought she had it all. But beneath the surface, welcome to the city of Lives of Mystery. Can't have your cake, I think your marriage is proving that.
It's time to be the truth.
Take her to the very edge. Experience the shocking that everyone will be talking about. I'm the most naive woman on this planet.
I love my husband. I had one too long.
Cover.
I was accused of murder for my family was ripped apart. I got a surprise for you. Hey, what is it?
Some of our dreams are about to come true. She thought she had it all. But beneath the surface, hey Monica, welcome to Your Lovely Life lies a mystery. Can't have your cake and eat it too. I think your marriage is holding back.
It's time you knew the truth.
That will take her to the very edge. Experience the shocking thriller that everyone will be talking about.
I'll be the most naive woman on this planet.
I love my husband. I had him right too long.
Cover.
Okay, y'all. Now, the reason why I shared that snippet of that movie, and it's another cover too, but it's not the same movie. This cover, make sure you get the one with Vivica Fox in it, okay? This particular movie is a movie to where I don't want to tell everything, but I will tell the plot because I'm talking about it. Let me tell you something. That woman thought her world was untouchable. This man, which was her husband, y'all saw him say that our life is about to change, right? Moved her into a different state, brand new mansion, all this and stuff, right? And for the most part, he did love her. He really did. And it took her friend to tell her, you need to talk to this woman, which is Vivica Fox, right? And they go, she show her picture, and she tell her, I know where your husband is. And she gives her the hotel and the room. She goes up there with her gun in her purse at the hotel, gets in the room, and finds her husband in the hotel room, absolutely naked. Now, the thing about that is, y'all seen him hold that woman's hand, right? He kissed on the jaw in front of his wife, and she asked him to come and walk with her. Well, y'all would think he was in the hotel room with her, right? He wasn't. He was in the hotel room with his best friend. They had just got through having sex. Now let that steep in. I told y'all these men with these really good best friends that dictate everything they do. I watch that. I watch that. I really do. Something's weird about that. That your best friend can tell you to do something, you do it. That's weird. Especially when it comes to a woman. Like, you got a good woman. Are you interested in a good woman? And you know she's a good woman and you like her, but your best friend tell you to jump through the sky, go to the store and give me such and such, and you rush out from the woman to go do what your best friend say do. Y'all don't think it's weird? I do. To me, you're a little suspect. I'm sorry. To me, you're a little suspect. Anytime a penis outrides a puss, come on now. With a straight man gonna tell his friend, if you don't sit down somewhere, you see I'm over here with her. I'm talking to her, man. Go on somewhere. I'll holler at you in a minute. But if he don't do it and he just automatically, well, let me go. I'll be back. Huh? Yeah, okay. Okay. Y'all can turn your eyes to that if y'all want to. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Because down in my shana, when my shana speaks, I already know what it is. When my shana speaks, I'm like, If they ain't screwing, they have. If they ain't messing around, they done touched each other. It's something with that. I'm serious. So that's even good for men. Men, it also tells how these down low men approach y'all. If you're not aware of it, you may want to watch this movie so you can see some of the tricks that they pull. I mean, for real. You know, for real. Because sometimes it's not just obvious how they come to you. It's just not. So what did I talk about today? My thing is, I'm upset that everybody's just pointing the finger at our celebrities that have done some uckery, but they don't want to call out nobody else. You know, I feel like that is so, yeah. I just feel like that's so crazy. And, excuse me, I feel like that's so crazy, and we need to fight to protect our own and tell them if they need correcting, we'll correct them. We'll deal with them in our situation. We'll deal with them the way we need to. We don't need y'all to come and deal with them at all. We got them. They us. They belong to us. Good, better, and different. I'm sorry. They belong to us. And a lot of people don't see it like that. They just be ready to throw you up under the bus. You know. Um, and every time to me, people bring up R. Kelly or Bill Cosby, we need to bring up Elvis and what's his other name? The dude who he's a white actor. He ended up dating his cousin. I married his cousin that was 14 or 15 years old too. And also Buddy Holland, I think that's his name. He also ended up doing some. So I mean, we got people we can throw back at y'all. None of it's right. But we just can't keep doing one race, y'all, and not everybody. Let's just talk about all that's wrong. They all did wrong, but you can't keep just doing one. Why come it's always seem like anything bad has the color black on it and anything great has the color white? Huh? Y'all don't think that was deliberately done so that every time you see a black color something, you automatically think that's bad? You have to reprogram your mind. That was actually done. It was deliberately done. So just because, and think about it, every time somebody say, okay, so yeah, the Black Death, the Black Death Angel, the black sewage, the black, everything black is to be bad, but any other color is good. If it's white, it's right. If it's black, it's black. What kind of mess? So I'm just saying, y'all, we have to take our position back in who we are. Some of us still don't know who we are. I'm saying, no matter who you are, no matter who you love, know who you are and what you will and won't stand for. Stop letting people tell you because you're a black person that you are beneath. Stop letting people tell you that because what happened with RKelly, he's the worst of the worst when there's other nationalities that have done worse than we've done. And there's other celebrities. Again, like I said, I'm not trying to take Elvis away from white people. He did what he did. He was good for what he was good for, but you can't hide what Elvis did. He got with a 14-year-old girl at 24. And nobody seems to want to remember that. And what they do, and even when it comes to the people who fought for black rights, like I said with Martin Luther King, everybody want to talk about, oh, yeah, I found out he was a womanizer. I can't even socialize with him no more. Are you kidding me? That man gave his life. He gave the ultimate sacrifice for us. Y'all keep wanting these people to walk these lives that they didn't do anything contradicting what you thought they were. When your own life is messed up, jacked up, love them for what they did. Love them for the fight that they gave. Love them for the sacrifice that they gave. Screw everything else. They was human. See, the difference is I don't look at these people as my Lord and Savior. Come on in here. That's what's wrong with y'all. A lot of y'all look at these people as your Lord and Savior. I don't. Matter of fact, I even told y'all, watch the government because you're going to find out something and it's going to shock y'all. Now, yesterday, didn't y'all find out about a balloon? And I'm going to leave it right there. I told y'all 2023, the weather was going to be bananas. I said it was going to be like some crazy stuff like we ain't never dealt with this before. What has the weather done? Ain't certain parts of the United States in an Arctic freeze? And I'm telling y'all, I've been telling y'all to get your priorities in order, get your money in order. Okay. So anyway, yeah. I was even telling y'all 2 years ago about the food situation. Y'all see it's happening. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things when I tell y'all, I know y'all hear and not hear, and I'm hoping that my channel would bring more awareness of things that's to come and things that's happening and to empower you and make you think about some stuff. So I know everybody gonna get mad at me because I said if you ain't gonna charge everybody else, why charge RKelly? And it just makes sense to me. And I just feel like 30 years is excessive. I really do. And I know a lot of women like, that's what he get. They should have threw the book at him. They should have given him 50 years. Well, let me tell you where I'm sitting at, okay? I am a woman who was, as a kid, molested, incest, raped, abused, okay? And this went on for years. So I'm talking from actually a victim's point of view. If you was gonna look at me like that, I'm a victor, but those things happened that made me at the time a victim. Trust me, them adults knew what was going on. Those adults knew exactly what was going on. And because they are better liars than him, they got away with it. And it makes my insides turn. So, excuse me. So yeah, that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. I got 7 more minutes and then I'm gonna have to log on to my training. So I want to finish this out. All I'm saying, let's just think. I touched on a whole lot of stuff today, but it all ties back to the same thing. Just think sometime. And there's some things that we don't do. We don't rationalize things. We just go by what we hear and think, oh yeah, that sounds great. No, it does not. It does not. And I'm telling y'all too, some of y'all avid news watchers, some of y'all don't go a day without watching the news. Y'all gotta watch the news every day. Y'all better be careful with that because y'all know some of that stuff y'all see on the news. I ain't gonna say all, but some of that stuff y'all see on the news is fictional. Do y'all remember when we was in the highness of uh, the pandemic? And they showed this nurse in a nursing room. She was well, it was a nurse in the emergency room, and the caption was something like "COVID is messing with this," blah blah blah, something like that, right? Then they found out that there was a picture taken from years ago that they input it. Yeah. Journalism is not journalism no more. Lies sell. That's why people like myself and other people who tell the truth, we're so obsolete and we don't get that many views because lies sell. People like you to lie to them. They're entertained by lies. Journalism used to be where they check their facts. Like I used to look at Oprah because Oprah would make sure what she reported to you guys was the absolute truth. She checked, double checked, triple checked. I mean, it was the absolute truth. When I realized the journalism sucked was when she did an interview with these supposedly uh, kids that was touched by Michael Jackson after Michael Jackson had been dead for years. And it wasn't no truth behind it. That let me know the journalism sucks now, that people just want a story to keep themselves relevant. And God forbid, on the tube of the you, most of these content creators be lying up a storm. They don't check to make sure it's real. They don't double check. They just put out here what they think is gonna get views and they'll tell y'all anything convincingly. And y'all just eat it up. Y'all just, oh yeah, it's gotta be true because she said it or he said it. No, they lie too. And I think that's why a whole lot of people don't like me anymore when I go in their chats is because I see a lie, I smell a lie, and I can tell a lie. I'd be like, you lying. That's not right. That's not true. And they hate that. You become an enemy because you tell people the truth. So I don't care because I got my own channel I can come to. So I ain't got to go to nobody else's channel if I don't want to. But I don't agree with nobody 100%. If you lying, you lying. And if that makes me your enemy because I tell you the truth, then I'll just be your enemy. But I still have my ethics. You feel what I'm saying? I've never been a follower. I've always been a leader. Even when I didn't want to, I was a leader. So I would refuse to get on a social media app with people I don't know and just follow anybody blindly. Y'all better get y'all some gone. I mean it. Get you some gone. I just can't. I just can't. Now, if I know you lying, because you making a point, that may be something different. Because I'm like, okay, well, they trying to get to this point. They trying to make a point. I get that. But if you lying as your story and you lying, but you doing that to garner views, get people to sub, from a lie, I don't know. Nope. Nope. I ain't going. Because I still have to be me. I still have to look at myself in the mirror. I still have to deal with me. And I ain't going to be a part of nobody's lies. Not I said the cat. So like I tell you, I get historical on you in a minute. I bring up the history of something in a whole minute. So don't play with me like that, And let me tell y'all something else. I've never been the one who needed validation from people. The way I was raised, even though I had some messed up stuff that happened to me, the way I was raised, honey, I was always raised to know who I am. I was always raised to know I am it. I'm the stuff all up and through here. Even if I'm with another people or some more people, that's the stuff too. We can all shine together, boo. That's who I am. It ain't got to just be me, but I ain't going to take down my light to make you happy. We'll all shine together. And that's what I want my butterflies and my smooches to understand. We can all shine together. That's why I tell y'all all the time, honey, you are loved, you are intelligent. And if nobody love you, I do. If nobody tell you that you're intelligent, I will. Because I want that affirmation to set in. You are the business all up and through here. You've survived stuff that maybe a lot of people have not. You have conquered stuff maybe a whole lot of people have not. And even though we don't know each other on a one-on-one, I hope that when you leave my channel, it makes you think, it makes you feel loved, and it makes you feel like you're important, because you are. And that's why on my community channel, I try to put things out there that inspire you, to make you have a great day, to empower you in your walk, whoever you are. So I'm not going to not be who I am because other people have a problem with it. I always say I give the benediction on it. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Amen. So if we have to part ways, I've given the benediction. So that way you don't feel like, well, she don't care. No, I care. Yeah, I do. So anyway, y'all, it is almost an hour I've been on here. If you want to donate or whatever to me, you can. My Cash App is rolling at the bottom. No donation is too small. So I appreciate you guys. If not, still come back, bring me some more people. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We are only going to get better as we go along. I will do a segment starting this week on different content creators that's on YouTube. So that's going to be epic. It is going to be, it's going to be epic. Yeah, I know I'm going to shoot from the hip. I'm going to be honest. I know people will probably try to drag me or whatever, but hey, it is what it is. Because I like some people that a whole lot of people don't like, and I'll tell you why I like them. And then I dislike some content creators that a whole lot of people love. So it just is what it is. But I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Mama Tita. It's my girl, Auntie Melissa, and NC Girl, Real Mamas, my mod, Anthony McNeil. Shout out to you too, sir. Robbie Privilege. Y'all need to get over and see Robbie Privilege. I don't know where my spiritual brother Derek C. Williams, I don't know where he's at, but shout out to him too. And you know what? I will say this too. Like her or not, V Lenore is turned up these streets. V Lenore is turned up these streets. She got the girls hurt right now. I mean, whether you like her or not, hey, she's turned up these streets. So shout out to V Lenore too. All right, guys. I love you guys. Spooches.